Why Capcom is the GOAT of fighting games. If you had seen in recent times, Capcom recently released the trailer, the announcement type trailer for Capcom Fighting Collection 2, but they also subtly and definitely sneaked in the fact that it's Xbox. So now we got Capcom Fighting Collection 2 coming to Xbox, also included with all the other consoles. But we also now have Marvel vs. Capcom on Xbox literally right now. And the reason why I want to cover Capcom with fighting games, because Capcom and fighting games they're not perfect. I don't think any fighting game is ever going to be perfect. There's always some, I don't think gaming will ever be perfect. Unless you got a game that's perfect, let me know. But somebody always kind of says something about gaming. So with Capcom, I think they have really covered the void when it comes to fighting games. Now, let me explain. So we had Street Fighter 6 come out, which was insane. A huge jump from Street Fighter 5. When you talk about Capcom, Capcom was really good with that, actually. From Street Fighter 5, towards the end of it, it started getting a lot better. It kind of feels like the way Mortal Kombat 1 is right now. Like, it was kind of just like, eh. And then, like, towards that end of that run, it started getting better. I think Mortal Kombat 1, towards that end, it's going to start getting a lot better, but it's kind of just up and down right now. But yeah, we got Street Fighter 6, insane. Probably one of the biggest casual player bases, I would say, for a while in that game. I mean, after a while, you know, everybody kind of trickles away from fighting games because fighting games are a hard genre to grind every day and try to get like master, play online, do all your offline content. And also Capcom crushes it with the offline content with World Tour, the best by far single player type mode in a fighting game to date. So while Mortal Kombat mastered the story modes, Capcom bringing Street Fighter, they really mastered an RPG, like kind of like the way they'll do like Yakuza or something, but really in the essence of keeping that free roam, free world RPG World Tour. Now there was limitations to it. It wasn't completely free world, but man, it was damn near close. And what an offline thing. That's what brought me to Street Fighter 6. I was looking for a game in between until Mortal Kombat 1 comes out, and I wanted to stay warmed up on like some sweaty fighting games. And yeah, World Tour was it. So Capcom crushed it with that, the best ever single player mode there could be in a fighting game to date. Reminiscent to like how we love Shaolin Monks of Mortal Kombat, but kind of like Street Fighter had their own variation of it. So they have that. They have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 come through, right? In recent times also, we've had Mai and Terry, and I'm going to talk about that also. So after the Street Fighter 6, then we get, of course, like Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, which is huge. And now those have online servers. People who love these games now are still doing tourneys to this day, are allowed to do whatever they want. It's like we're playing the arcade all over again if you're from the arcade era, which is cool to have an OG game. This recently got announced. It's Xbox. Now there's going to be even more of a player base. I think a lot of casuals play Xbox far more than the other consoles. Just due to like they always had to bait people in with those price points and how like the I don't know, like jack of all trades type thing. That's what Xbox kind of does. So yeah, it was cool to see Marvel vs. Capcom Collection get the Xbox. So now there's gonna be even more on that. Then after that, we had the Marvel vs. Capcom Collection. Then you had like a Fatal Fury announcement, City of the Wolves. And speaking of City of the Wolves, this is huge because Capcom is working with them a lot and helping them promote. They're doing crossovers with 2 characters. That's crazy. They're doing crossovers with Mai and Terry, bringing them to Street Fighter 6. And that is awesome to really help a game. I wouldn't say a game that's dead, but just a game that is very much a sub-genre within its niche. Like fighting games are already as niche as can be. But unless you're talking about the big 3, it's hard to really get a casual base going, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken. And so bringing Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves is so dope. I really love how they brought that in and gathered some more audiences with this crossover. So they announced Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. And after that, we have now got, with this is cool because I assume they're going to bring somebody huge from Street Fighter into Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. I think they're going to pay homage back to like giving a thank you for all the marketing that Capcom is doing for them. We'll probably get like a Capcom versus SNK 3 also along the way. And Fatal Fury is already in tourneys and everything. So there's going to be a huge like reputable thing. Now, obviously, Fatal Fury is not Capcom, but I'm just talking about what Capcom is doing, like intertwining with them is huge. It's cross-marketing, it's helping them out, and it's obviously lifting them up. Capcom is at a prime in gaming right now, and they're always some of the biggest to ever do it when it comes to especially Resident Evil, like the Monster Hunter series. So them lifting up Fatal Fury and being like, here you go, on our biggest fighting game. Street Fighter 6 is probably one of the best fighting games in a very, very long time. And them being at this utmost prime of trying out a world tour, all these drive rushes, these new integrations and mechanics, and being like, you know what, this is all successful. Here you go. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool with Fatal Fury, what they're really doing with that. I love it. So they have that with Mai and Terry, kind of like the crossover. Then the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 got announced lastly. And what they did with that is also mind-blowing. They announced that we're getting Capcom vs SNK 2 in all online servers to really help with all of these games, to keep people playing in between and jumping around these games. Same type of games, yes, but different mechanics, different outlooks, different inputs at times, depending on what you're doing and what you're playing on. But Capcom Fighting Collection 2 gets announced, and then that's when you see it at the end, is what I'm talking about, when you see like the Xbox release. So now we have all this stuff, all of this content. The only fighting game that gives this much content like fast and sporadically is Mortal Kombat, right? Every 3 weeks a character is usually announced in Mortal Kombat. With the cameo system this time around, was actually like literally like 2.5 to 3 weeks was like a character, then a cameo, character, then a cameo. There's so much being announced, but they kind of did it the wrong way. They kind of drip fed it too much. It became real stale really quickly. Where Capcom, they're drip feeding the right way. Like, you know what, we're not gonna be able to give you tons of content due to, I mean, I'm assuming how hard it is to actually deliver this type of content. We'll give you like crossovers, we'll give you some Terry and Mai, we'll give you like additional DLC, bring M Bison back and everybody. But we're also going to be giving y'all in between content so that just our games don't get stale to you all, and maybe you can revert that into bringing a bigger audience, right? This is grown folk talk now, right? You're thinking about, let's bring the collections now. Let's make them active. Now we're good with Marvel. Everything's good. Let's get servers rolling. Let's get even updates on these older games. They updated Marvel vs. Capcom Classic Collection. They fixed up some glitch. They purposely allow you to use a glitch, or you don't want to use the glitch. Like, that's crazy. So they do that, and then like what I said, they bring in other games, which is like Fatal Fury. Obviously, they're not gonna have some crazy special guest character like the way Clive is in Tekken, or the way Mortal Kombat always brings their massive icons to the game. But it could be possible at some point. You never know. That'd be pretty cool, man, to bring in some other people from Capcom. But I don't know. It would probably become something way different after that. So it won't remain the Capcom fighting games enthusiasts would probably be pretty pissed. Because at this time, Capcom and Street Fighter is still the biggest competitive fighting game. And when you go to EVO, the biggest stage, there's no other stats you need to grab from. Just grab the biggest stage, EVO. Street Fighter is always the #1 signed up. After would probably be like a Tekken, and then the rest. Mortal Kombat being very low. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is probably going to be up there due to how new it is. It's going to be hard to figure out quickly. So maybe people having an upper hand advantage, and competitive people know that. So that's going to be at that point. But #1 is always Street Fighter. So Capcom is the GOAT of fighting games due to what they are doing. They're releasing games. They're releasing in-between content, so nothing gets stale. If you're getting caught aboard of Street Fighter 6, go to the collections. There's online servers. Go get your self-esteem back, your confidence, or you know, swag. You flex your ego, how great you are at those games. Especially if you're OG like me, like you like to jump into older games. You got no reasoning now to complain about any newer games, because now you have older games right there that are active. You can be like, I'm not really feeling Street Fighter 6 today. It's kind of like corny online. Too many people are spamming dumb shit. All right, well, let me go to the classics. Let me go have some fun again. So it's like and you can get these on Nintendo Switch. And if you're like me, I love Nintendo Switch. So this is so cool. All this, and active servers on Nintendo Switch is actually awesome too. So yeah, Capcom's the go-to fighting games. I feel that casually and competitively, they're doing the best they can. At the end of the day, it is a fighting game. So fighting games are very difficult to get into mainstream, like Call of Duties and Fortnite. But man, what they have done is just unheard of, man. And that's why I wanted to share this. But yeah, y'all let me know y'all's thoughts. What are y'all excited for? There's so much down the line for what they are doing. By far, by no means is not a perfect game. But man, they have done so much to just keep their base the right way and give them the content. Sort of like how Mortal Kombat does it. But Mortal Kombat just hasn't delivered at that level that Capcom is doing right now. And it's so cool to see, especially as they learn from this world tour scenario. I think they're going to bring in even more single player type content. So you're going to really keep fighting game players on the game, man. So yeah, y'all let me know what's up. I appreciate y'all. Peace.